Hey guys,
I'm Hallee,
and I'm Jamie.
and this is Literal Nonsense.
Hello.
What up?
You do look so crazy.
I'm a worm.
You really are. Hallie took my blanket, so
Sorry, I just wanted to cuddle.
Maybe I'll blanket up next time. If I get like the heated blanket, then we'll like match, and we'll just be gray blobs.
I love it.
So we are finally here.
Oh, thank God.
We did it. So we are covering Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros.
Wow.
We made it, finally. I'm enjoying the slow burn that we're doing in the sense of reading it slowly, dissecting it, digesting it. Those are the only die words I can think of. Yeah. So I feel like doing this in 3 parts made me happy.
Yeah. Because we could spend more time with it, you know?
Yeah. So today's episode, we're going to do part 1 of this book, which again, Onyx Storm. We are doing chapters 1 through 20, which is pages 1 through 179. So let's just dive right in. I feel like not a whole hell of a lot happened in this part, but that's like okay.
Yeah, so okay. Do you want to talk about like what you were anticipating about before?
Yeah, so we'll start.
We started?
Yeah, because we kind of ended last episode off with that, so let's just like refresh and then we'll dive right in. So, yeah, I was expecting, obviously, primarily, like, venom cure.
Yeah.
Finding this situation.
Yeah, definitely something along that lines.
Still, I knew I wouldn't find this out in the first third of the book, but, like, Violet's second signet. So, yeah, that's what I was anticipating. Yeah, what were you expecting?
Honestly, I was thinking more along the lines of just, like, the venom.
Yeah. Like, more battles.
Yeah, like, I thought it was gonna be, like, way more action-packed. Not that this isn't action-packed, because there's, like, a fucking crazy scene every other chapter, but...
Right.
I think what kind of threw me, and I think it was just because I'm stupid, was the whole, like, Andarna thing.
Yeah.
Like, we find out there's a 7th breed, she's a 7th breed of dragon, and then I just figured, like, oh, she'll just grow up, and we'll just learn about her that way. Like, I didn't think of, like, they were gonna go and, like, try to find her family. Oh my god, you're sitting on your lap today.
That's, like, the main part of this book, is that...
It's, like, the whole reason of the book.
Yeah, is, like, Andarna's second breed. So, Violet's theorizing that finding this 7th breed will also be the cure to, like, vent. Like, it ties together.
Yeah.
Just because, like, Andarna basically said, like, last book, I waited to hatch until, like...
Which is crazy.
Yeah, so... I get it,
The fact that, like, she could feel... like, it is time.
Yeah, I get it, but yeah, I also was thrown off. So really, I mean, this whole part of the book, just plot-wise, basically has to do with Violet's asking to go on a mission to find the 7th breed of dragon, and they're, like, granting her, like, a quest squad.
Well, what I think is interesting, like, off the beginning of this book, is, like, they're still at Basgiath, the war college, but they kind of, like, don't follow the rules anymore.
No, like, I feel like they're not students anymore.
No.
But they are.
Yeah, and it's just, like, it's just hard. I don't know. I mean, like, it's fine, but for, like, my, like, OCD issues, like, it's kind of bothering me that, like, it's not following, like, the school schedule. Does that make sense?
No, yes, agreed.
Because they have full reign. Well, they don't have full reign, but, like, they feel like they're entitled because they're like, we just saved you guys from Benin, like, fuck off. Which, like, okay, cool. But I don't know, it's almost just, like, a free-for-all. You know? Even the professors, like, honestly, like, don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I guess because priorities have changed, right?
Well, because it's wartime. But I also, like I said, like, so really... while Violet's getting this admission together and whatnot, they are, like, going to new classes, whatever, but it's like, yeah, I feel like they're not following the schedule, and also, like, it's wartime, but then I feel like there's no wars happening.
Yeah.
I guess because the what's it called? The wards.
Oh.
The wards are back up.
Yeah, so they're not, like, getting breached or anything. But I don't know. Now that we're talking about it, I'm like, it's a very different flop. You know, yeah, I forget, too, that, like, there's a whole group of first years. And, like,
legit. Just normal.
And,
proceed as normally.
Yeah, and, you know, Violet and all them are only second years.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, yeah, I think the vibes, like, right off the bat, threw me off a little bit.
Yeah.
And, okay, so, I feel like here's a big thing I want to talk about, too, before we kind of start going, like, step by step what happened. A lot of people talk about how, like, in the beginning, or, like, whatever, when there's, like, mad new characters and stuff, and there are.
I didn't feel like there was, like, that many, though.
My stance for it is, honestly, like, when I'm reading a book like that, and there's, like, new names mentioned, if you just mention a name, I kind of don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If, like, you're relevant, I'll start to learn your name. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. Because you're in more scenes, and...
Yeah, like, so, like, Marin, like, Kat's best friend. I know her name now, great, because, like, she was relevant. Like...
But she was relevant in book 2.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but I'm just saying, like, book 2, when she got introduced, like, I now know who you are because, like, you kept coming around.
Yeah.
When they're just mentioning random names, I'm kind of like, I don't really care.
Like the death rolls, right? Or death calls, whatever they're...
Well, that, but okay, so, like, let's just talk about, I guess, I'll revisit this part in, like, 2 seconds.
Okay.
But, so, basically, Violet's given a quest squad, and she really wants to go to the Isles, like the Southern Isles. She has, like, a strong intuition about that.
Yeah.
And no one's listening to her.
Yeah.
So, they take this squad, who none of which she picked, which is, like, people she was saying, like, I want to trust them, people who are, like, in on the secret.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that she wants to find Irids, like, you know, what Andarna's kind is.
Yeah.
But no one really knows, obviously, that Zayden's the Venom, besides for...
Her.
Well, Garrick and Imogen. I would also probably argue Bodhi knows as well. I don't know, though, if he does. Unsure. But, so she takes this, like, first squad, and this is, like, you know, a little bit into the book. She takes the first squad, and they go, and they're trying to find something in one of these houses or this town, whatever. And there's this girl that keeps being mentioned. Her name is Aura, right? And...
Yeah, Benhaven.
Yes, and I feel like her name kept being mentioned, yada yada, and it was like, who is this girl, whatever. Well, she dies. So I'm like, well, I guess I don't need to know your name anymore.
So, like, okay, so my problem with Aura is just, like, I felt like she was very non-essential.
Yeah, like they
she
kept
was just
mentioning her name as if she was a main character, and then, like...
Killed her off. Like, she's like those, like, annoying, like, fruit flies, you know, in the summer that, like, just, like, are around, but they don't go away, but they're not, like, directly, like, in your face. But I was confused as to why she was giving, like, the arc that she was. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree with you, because I felt the same way, almost, like, needless.
Right.
I do feel like Aura was introduced in this book. I've heard her name before, like, previously, but not, like, a ton. She was introduced in this book basically to show, I think, the rift of, like, the people who stayed at Basgiath and the people who left. And they were like, you guys are traitors, whatever. And, like, they were, like, trying to, like, fight each other. And then, like, she also happened to be on, like, Violet's quest squad. So, I think it was almost just to show, like, the, like, divide also in those people. Like, they're all against the Venom, but we still have, like, this rift now of, like, people who stayed and people who left. Like, Violet and all of her friends are, like, chill with the Flyers now.
Yeah.
And...
Which I like, by the way.
Yeah.
I like their dynamic.
Yeah, same. And these people are, like, super against it. So I think Aura was brought in for that. But again, I guess my point is I understand everyone saying, like, there's a lot of new names, it's overwhelming. But it's like, if you just keep on reading, like, cool, and now Aura's name doesn't mean shit to me because she died.
I didn't think it was that, like, confusing, though.
There's a lot just thrown out, for sure, but whatever.
But, like, if you think about it, here we go again, referring everything back to Sarah J. Maas, but, like, Crescent City, reading that book compared to this is, like, this is nothing. This is first grade. Crescent City, learning all those new characters, all the new names, that shit was tough.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and I feel like Crescent City, like, we've mentioned, you know, the lore behind it, all the gods, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm almost like, I just read until it makes sense. So, like, we'll talk more about this.
Yeah.
I guess probably in part 2 of this book.
Mm-hmm.
But when they start going to all the isles, you start learning, like, each isle kind of, like, has a god they worship. But, like, that didn't make sense or click with me until, like, I got a few isles in. So, like, I just, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. I don't know.
Just fucking read.
Yeah.
And you'll figure it out.
Yeah, so I will say something that I think was not done well. Starting off this book.
What?
Is this book is very clearly, even in this first part, the first 179 pages, we're venturing out, right? We're starting to, you know, go out into the world.
Yeah, like outside of Basgiath, right?
Yeah, and she like didn't
update the map.
So why would you have all these new locations?
Rebecca?
I truthfully actually don't understand.
I didn't even notice that, honestly.
Well, because I went to go, like, look at the island.
You're so good.
And I literally was like...
¿Dónde estás?
Yeah, I was like, where are they?
Yeah.
I just think that makes no fucking sense.
It's on the back either, is it? Because there's a map on the back, too.
No, it's the same map.
That's wild.
I'm just... And again, we can talk more about this in part 2, because that's where it becomes more relevant. It's not super relevant in the first 179 pages, but I was just like, huh? Like, I like to, you know, when they mention, like, the war plans, or, like, the war map, I'll, like, sometimes look at the first, you know, the map in the first page and be like, oh, they are, like, moving this way, or, you know,
that's
just, like,
smart.
to get a better idea. So I'd be like, oh, where are they flying? And I was like, actually, I have no fucking idea where they're flying, because it's not here.
So from what I understood... right, is that if Basgiath is, like, here, say. They flew south.
Yep.
And now they're going up the coast.
Well, I think it's a whole, like, so, like, this map, right? Here. I also don't have my dust jacket on again, so there's a black fucking blank book. But this map, here it is. You guys can't really see that, but I have it.
Let me see.
So, this is, like, called the continent. So, like...
Yes.
So, like, they fly, basically, from what I understand as well, they fly south, and they go, like, to isles over here. Like...
Oh.
So, it's not, like, the same continent. It's, like, islands. You know what I'm saying? Like, separate. Like, this is the continent. Like, how... They reference this later. Oh, you guys call it the continent. We've called it, like, this other name. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, they call it...
So, it's, like, a whole new... It's a whole new...
A whole new world.
Yeah, which she didn't include. Why? Why?
That's actually really crazy because I also haven't heard anyone say that either.
Am I like? I don't think I'm dumb. I think this is real. I think this isn't.
Jamie has foiled the plan.
No, I just think I'm like, am I missing something?
Unless she
like,
did that on purpose.
Here?
Do you think she did it on purpose?
Why would you do that?
Rebecca, why did you do that?
The next book better fucking have the islands. Like. Anyways, whatever.
So, it's the same map, though, as the other books?
Yes. Like, why? What are we doing? I'm confused.
I wonder if it's, like, a pre-order, like, misstep, you know? Like, do the other books, like... Next time I go to Barnes & Nobles, I'm gonna look.
I'm gonna Google this, because I'm like, what are we doing here? Anyways.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't like that either, now that you mention it.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So, Violet goes on the first mission, like I just said. Aura and, like, some other guy dies. Which, again, like, who cares if their names were mentioned? They're now dead, so it doesn't even matter. So let's not all get our titties in a twist.
Yeah, well, she sucked anyways, because...
Right. She was all nervous, and that was like, Violet was like, yeah, I don't want this, like...
Okay, well, first off, let's talk about the big OMG factor here, is that Xaden is now a teacher. So, Rebecca's given us teacher-student trope, which is crazy.
Don't hate.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean... So, okay.
It's also, like, not, like, a true teacher-student trope, either.
Right, and also what's relevant here is, like, that Ados is back. Fucking Dane's the loser-ass dad. He's now the general in place of Lilith.
Oh, yeah.
So he's, like, in a position of power.
And he openly hates Violet and all them. And, like, even his own son, even Dane's like, he's not really a big fan of me right now, either.
And it's just, like, I love when adults are, like, so hard-ass on, like, children. I mean, they're, like, in their 20s, but, like... he, like, is keeping Xaden and Violet apart. And I'm like, are you good?
Yeah, it's, like, his mission.
Like, they're 20 years old.
I know.
You're, like, 55, probably.
Get a life.
50, whatever.
You're at war, bro.
Yeah, like, whatever. So that's part of, like, why I'm mentioning that now is because that's part of the whole teacher-student thing is, like, in the codex, like, you can't date a teacher.
And, you know, they live by the codex.
And even Violet's like, yeah, no, like, we literally can't.
Well, I think it's interesting that the Flyers are now initiating, like, themselves under the codex.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Like, that's, like, I feel like a very big, like, compromise on their part. Or not, like, compromise. What's that? Like a...
No, I guess. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But yeah. Like, it's like an adjustment.
Yeah.
Agreed, 100%.
Especially because, like, their school and stuff like that is completely different than Basgiath.
Yeah. So, and I think they're integrating well. Like...
Yeah.
The riders who are accepting the Flyers, everyone's just vibing.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Well, granted, we're only really hearing about, like, their Flyers.
That's
like,
true.
in their wing. You know what I mean? So, like, Kat, Marin... Traeger is his name?
Yeah.
Traeger, and there's one other one, right?
Yeah. But they're kind of like, they're literally in their squad. Like,
yeah.
I think they're like the example to which they want everyone to be like.
Yeah.
Like how they're integrating and they're all like a squad and like they bring Kat and Marin and Traeger and everyone with them. Like, that's what they want everyone to be doing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, so let's talk, I guess, more about, like, the setup of this. And let's talk more about Xaden and Violet, because, you know, we do know that he's a professor now. So they can't be seen together, and, like,
Professor Rios.
Fucking Eidos has, like, his students being like, if you see them together, like, tell me and I'll ship Xaden off, whatever.
Is Dane a wing leader in this book?
Probably still.
Right?
I think he's still, yes, he is.
Like, he took Xaden's spot, right?
Yeah.
Or is that a squad leader? What are they called? A wing leader, no?
But, yeah, Dane's a wing leader. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he was a squad leader last book, right? When they were first years?
Yeah.
Also, the what's it called? The sprayed edges on the book, immaculate. So good. Gorgeous.
Yes, they are.
I love looking at the dragons.
They are.
Yeah, so, okay, Xaden Violet. So... Now, this is my thing, right? So, Xaden obviously is Venin. So, we learn a little bit about the Venin in terms of, like, how they go through, like, their steps.
Yes.
So, Xaden's, you know, siphoned energy, whatever, like, once at this point, right?
In the beginning, yeah.
That's how last book ended, right?
Yes.
But he hasn't siphoned since then. So, like, the redness in the eyes has gone down, and he's, like, the lowest level ranking.
They're gonna initiate.
Yeah. But, like, they can all kind of sense each other, which is interesting. But obviously, like, the more he... Channels, you know, he's gonna move up. Which, whatever, is fine. I think it's interesting to see him visiting... What's his name? Fucking Psycho Sid.
Oh, Jack?
Jack. Even though, like, we don't get those scenes, like, it's mentioned, right? And even Violet's going to see Jack as well.
Yeah, because they want to find a cure. And Jack's like, there is none.
Okay, now, hear me out. Xaden obviously is Venin, right? Like, what I feel would really shake the book community is if Rebecca made Xaden, like, really embrace the whole Venin thing, and then fucking Violet turns. And they're, like, Venin together. And they, like, run shit. And then, like, Tarn and Scale have to, like, kill them. Wow.
I mean, I just don't think that would ever happen.
Like that would be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I don't know what I think is going to happen, to be actually completely honest with you.
One of them and or both of them are definitely dying.
I don't think so. You
think they're going to live?
Yeah. I do.
Really?
I do. But as of right now, he's fine. I mean, I'm not, like, mad about this, but he literally, like, refuses to, like, have sex with Violet. They try, and he, like, channels out of, like, the bed.
Yeah, the wood?
Yeah, anything has energy.
I guess. Because there was, like, a burn mark.
Or, like,
and Violet's like, it's okay.
It was, like, a little bit, like, paler. Like, he, like, started taking...
Yeah. You know...
Okay, that was so circa Edward.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, was it not giving, like, when
Their
Edward...
honeymoon?
Yeah.
Bro.
Crazy.
Like, it literally was like, I can't. I'll lose control and I'll hurt you.
Yeah.
Same vibe.
Yeah.
Like, literally. It was literally Edward and Bella.
Wait, I saw this... Side note. I saw this meme on Instagram, and it was like, why don't vampires have babies? And it was like, because they have to be given permission to come inside.
That's a really good one, actually. Wow.
I laughed for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, as you should.
That was good.
That was good.
So good.
That was really good. Wow.
Anyways.
I mean, hats off to that. Okay.
So Zayden and Violet. Yeah, let's stay on track
I literally
here.
was like, I lost the train of thought. I was like, I'm blank.
Yeah.
So they're having a weird dynamic, but like she's also being very understanding. They're totally fine. Like they're very much together.
Yeah.
She's very reassuring. I will love you no matter what. I'm gonna try to find a cure for you.
She's like his cheerleader. She's very rah-rah, like...
Yeah.
Which is fine. Now I've heard a lot... Okay, so I'm confused.
Do tell.
Because online, like when the book first came out and all these people were fucking reading it in 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever, the general consensus seemed to say that there was more smut in this book than there was in the other ones. And that just really confused me because in this first part there wasn't really any smut.
No, this whole first 179 pages, like making out, but like not sex at all. But I will say this. I think this was a very creative way, like him being Venom, to incorporate the feeling of like longing and yearning and like I can't have you when they're like already dating. You know what I'm saying? Like physically, like so they're together. Like they're not fighting anymore. They're
fine.
They're good. I think that's a really awesome way to like be like the yearning.
Yeah.
You know, once they're together, it's usually when the book ends and it's like they're together now.
Yeah.
You know. So I was like, ooh, okay, girl. You're still giving us that, like, I can't have you.
Yeah.
But, like, while they're dating.
Forced proximity.
Yeah, but, like, I can't have you. Professor plus Venom, like, we're...
She's really, like, pulling all the stops out.
Yeah. So that's kind of where they're at. Now, one of the first...
Wait, can we talk about Sawyer?
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about Sawyer, and then I have another thing I want to mention. But, yeah, Sawyer's
guy is like chomped off by Wyvern, and
Damn. Is it a wyvern? No, it's a wyvern.
He was like really down bad about it for a while.
I mean, rightfully so. Missing your life.
Understandably so. But he was like kind of like, you know, the poor me, pity me thing, and now he's like over that. They were like, he had some like tough love.
Yeah, which I think he needed, but yeah, I do feel really bad for Sawyer.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
I hope he's able to fly again.
I agree. I think we'll be able to. Also, he's a metallurgist.
Yeah, however you say it. Metallurgy.
Hello, are we speaking English?
No.
I feel like he can make a sick-ass prosthetic.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why didn't they just make a prosthetic for him?
They start mentioning it, like, a little bit later. Like that it's like wood and metal. So I feel like he's gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
He'll make a fucking cool bio leg and we'll be good to go. Something else I want to mention, kind of on the topic of the friend group. Another big things that happens in this part, probably really the only big thing. It's kind of a dick tease of a big thing, but whatever. Ados is pissed and like sends all of them to the fucking front line. It was like, bye guys, whatever. And they start attacking a village, and so the whole crew goes. It's like Marin's family's there or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And so this is a pretty big scene because there's like a tornado and shit. I don't know what's going on.
Wait.
That was weird.
Yeah. Like the weather was like weird.
Like Violet fucking and Tarn get in the tornado and like Tarn almost dies. So you think Tarn dies for like 5 seconds. I knew Tarn wasn't dead. No. I wasn't even really shocked.
No, it was giving Dorothy.
Yeah, like I was like,
and it's like,
I was like, they're fine. But so aside from like these like little dramatic things, what I want to mention from that part is Garrick all of a sudden shows up and Violet's like, how'd you get here, Garrick?
Yes.
And he can jump.
Time
distance jump. Yeah. So basically we find out that a lot of the rebel kids with the relics have second signets.
Because of their relics.
Now, I want to talk about this for a hot second because, quite frankly, Rebecca Yarros, you gaslighted us, and I'm a little upset. I was trying to explain this to Hallee.
Jamie was very upset.
And I feel like I didn't do so eloquently over text, so I'm going to do it right now.
I was very confused.
Okay. So, hear me out. I was on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and people were saying, before this book came out, oh my god, Liam has a second signet, because in the first battle, the one that Liam dies, it mentions Liam wielded ice. Mm-hmm. My second read, I fucking highlighted it, because people were talking about it, right? Everyone's like, oh, I bet the Rebellion kids have a second signet.
Yeah.
Whatever. Someone asked Rebecca Yarros this, again, before this book came out, and they were like, do the Rebellion kids have second signets? And she was like, oh, and they referenced that line, Liam wielded ice.
Yeah.
And Rebecca goes, no, honestly, I was going to have Liam be the ice wielder. I made Riddick the ice wielder. I think it was just, like, a typo that made it through editing. Like, sorry, guys. Like, that was, like, still the early phases of the book. Etc., etc. You're literally a liar. Yeah. Because they mention Garrick has a second signet. And in this conversation with Garrick...
It's not ice.
Well, in this conversation with Garrick, because Garrick has his other one signet.
She asks him, yeah.
And then, you know, she says, oh, like, you have a second signet. Yeah, and they're talking about this. And Garrick mentioned the Rebellion kids have second signets. Yeah. And Violet goes, oh, I thought I saw Liam, ... And Garrick goes, wield ice. So, yes, that was exactly why you put that there. Why did you just...
Like, blatantly lie to everybody.
I understand that you needed it to be, like, a shock factor.
But don't lie.
I'm also just, like...
Just say, I can't answer that.
Right. She literally was like, you're all dumb. You looked into it too hard. And they're right.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, let's talk about that for a hot second.
What is Riddick's?
Riddick is an ice wielder. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, Riddick does wield ice. That's his only signet. So, when Liam did it... Like, that was, like, Liam had another one that wasn't ice wielding. So he had, like, a second, like, lesser one, you know, just regular elemental magic.
Yeah. Oh, but he can, like, dehydrate things, right? Or something
Riddick's
like that?
a super powerful... Yeah, Riddick's a really powerful ice wielder.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, point being, is these Rebellion kids have second signets. Now, I think it happens a little bit later in the book, but, like, Violet asked Bodhi, she was like... So do you have a second signet too? And he was like, I don't. And she's like, kind of like how Garrick didn't.
Yeah.
That you just can't tell me. And he was like, well, then Bodhi says, kind of like Xaden doesn't. And I was like, because no one knows Xaden doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Or like has one.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Bodhi, was that like purposeful? Because that was like a very like, that didn't answer my question still.
Yeah. And, like, to say, like, Xaden of all people, who, like, we know, like, the second signet is, like, nobody knows.
Right. So, like, Bodhi could be saying that truthfully and be like, oh, like, no, like, we really both don't have one. Or is that, like, adding to it? So, like, I don't know. How do you feel about all of them having... Or not all of them. How do you feel about the second signet situation for them?
I feel like it's fine. The cynic in me is like, of course.
That's how I feel as well.
Of course they have second signets, you know? Because one wasn't enough. But, like, it's whatever. I'm not, like, too bothered by it.
I think it's interesting. Yeah, I'm not too bothered, but I'm also... Agreed. The cynic in me is like...
That's convenient, you know?
Correct.
And we know how we feel about convenience in these fantasy books.
Yes.
But, like, also, you totally skipped the main part of this fucking tornado thing.
Well, I was going to get there next.
Okay.
I wanted to rant about
I was
that.
like, how is she going to talk about this and not talk about that?
No, I was going to talk about that. I was waiting.
Okay.
I just had to talk about that first. But go, proceed. Amazing.
Okay, so interested in how you feel about this. Because I personally have some mixed...
Do tell.
...feelings. Okay, so obviously... You know, they go, whatever, they have this tornado, Tarn's, like, passed out, and a Venin comes. Now, we learn that this Venin is a woman. Mm-hmm. The name is Theophany.
I was gonna look, but Yeah.
It's like Stephanie, but with Theo in front. Without the Steph part.
Yeah, I think it is like Theophany.
Something like that, right?
I was gonna double check, but yes.
Okay, anyways. And this bitch wields lightning. Mm-hmm. Okay, so anyways, what we learn here in this conversation is that, like, this Venin, Theophany, or however the fuck you say her name, is, like, almost in competition with the other sage, that guy.
Yes.
To get Violet to turn Venin. And, like, this...
Yeah,
this
it's Theophany. It's like Stephanie with Theo in front.
That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
So, she's, like, telling Violet how, like, she can help her so much better than the other one, and it's only a matter of time, and there's so much she doesn't know or isn't aware of and capable of, and you're like...
And this girl not only wields lightning, but has silver hair. Like, what?
Okay, so... Crazy conspiracy right now.
Tell me.
So, like, what if, like, Venin are, like, from a parallel universe where, like, the Dragon Riders are evil?
Maybe, but then would, like, you know, Violet turn Venin, there'd be two of them? Like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what my theory is for, like, what's going on with this.
Well, I know, and, you know, in part 2 we'll talk about when they're on the Isle.
Yes, correct, yeah.
And that threw me for a loop.
Agreed. So I don't...
It's very strange.
It is strange.
Like,
I don't know what I
what's
think
going
with
on
this
here.
girl. But we do find out from her, like you said, she wields lightning, so now we know Venin has signets.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's, like, competing with the other sage, like, be under my rule, Violet, I'll teach you more than him. And it's like,
yeah,
they're competing to, like, who gets to, like, turn Violet.
Yeah, because it seems pretty obvious that whether she's in Basgiath or she's a Venin, she's gonna be the most powerful whatever. Right? Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
And, like, they're, like, almost in a competition to see, like, who will raise the like, that, her, basically. Right? Yeah. Like, so that's the vibe I'm getting.
Yes, and his name is Berwin. She mentioned this.
The other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the one who was in her dreams.
Correct.
Or Xaden's dreams. And whoever's dreams they were.
And, just remembering now, as I'm looking back at this, she's the one, Theophany, who mentions that Andarna is an Arid. Like, they don't know. And Andarna's like, oh my god, that is what I am, and I'm an Arid scorpion tail.
Yeah, as soon as she says it.
Yeah, so it's, like, also interesting. The Venin seem to have more knowledge about the 7th breed, which, again, the fact that this 7th breed was needed to raise the wards and stuff clearly have some kind of impact on the Venin. They're all tied. So I agree with Violet's thought process of, if I find the 7th breed, I feel like I'll also get answers.
I just feel like there's, like, a majority of the story that we're missing.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. Especially if it's the 3rd book out of 5, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We're almost getting more questions this book, which I don't mind right now. I'm not annoyed by it yet.
Well, so, like, for example, last episode, when we were, like, kind of, like, talking about, like, our theories and whatever going forward, and how we were saying that, like, this book is, like, a scene setter for, like, the rest of the series. And, like, I think that's been pretty prevalent so far.
Agreed.
You know?
Agreed.
Which is fine, because, you know, I was kind of expecting that. But also, I wonder if, like, the Venin actually do have, like, specific signets, or they are just powerful. And, like, as you go up in the ranks, are you just able to do more?
Okay.
So, like, I think, like, Theophany, like, I don't think her personal signet is lightning, like Violet's. I think she does that to, like, kind of fuck with Violet's mind.
I could see that, but also, like, the lightning plus silver hair, that's weird. So, I don't know. Who knows? Plus, they mentioned in Battle Brief, like, we do know now that Venins have signets. Is that just based off the information off Theophany, or are they realizing that with other ones as well? Because that would make a difference. So
true.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree with you. Is it just, like, are you powerful? Could she also fucking firebend? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't doubt that, because especially if you're indefinitely channeling off the land.
I feel like it's kind of like free reign at that point. She looked like that.
Her lip got stuck.
Yeah, I see that.
My dog's lip got stuck. It's like she's slowly going down.
So special.
Oh, the poor thing. She has mental problems for sure. Sorry, it was really distracting. I couldn't like let go of it. Yeah, so I don't know. I think we'll get more information on that though. I think that'll be a question that is answered. Mm-hmm. Is it specific signets? Yeah. Or is it, you know, just all power? Yeah. And so Xaden ends up channeling again because basically they're putting him in rough spots where he like has to go past the wards, and that's not good for him.
Yeah. So, and then he like goes into like hiding for like a week
because his eyes are red again.
Yeah. So like he's saying that he's like, isn't he's like hurt or something, right?
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, he makes excuses.
And Violet's like so concerned and so nervous.
Yeah, and she like also first of all the wards at Athelbine are gonna like fail within like 6 months, and Xaden's obviously been in, so there's like a lot of pressure to find the Irids and the cure, like for all reasons.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like we're feeling a lot of pressure this first third of the book.
Well, they're also on like a time crunch.
That's what I'm saying. Like they literally like the wards are failing, and Xaden has limited time before he like keeps channeling. And so while all this is happening, again, the classes and, you know, that one little main battle that happened with the Venin, which kind of gave us more questions than answered, we end off this part, and the fact that Aura just fucking died, and everyone is like, that didn't work.
Okay, just like, super quick.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking thing with Aura, like, what a bitch. First of all, fucking, it's Eidos, right? General Eidos.
Yep.
He, like, creates, like, a group of, like, spies, essentially, to follow Xaden and Violet around school to make sure that they're upholding the Codex. First of all, okay, you're weird for that in general. And also, like we mentioned, you are a grown man.
Grown-ass man.
Thirdly, you are the general.
He's a weird freak.
There's other things that you should be more concerned about, like about how your wards are failing and you have these all-powerful Venin who are gonna come fuck you up. Me, my priorities would be a little different. Him, he's a loser. So...
He's a major loser.
Which, that whole thing in general is crazy, and... Like, reading the book and, like, you know, whenever, like, Xaden and Violet are, like, they look at each other, they're, like, having, like, a longing thing, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I gotta snap back because Aura just, like, you know, was just, like, like, kind of thing, you know? But also, side note, it sucks for Xaden and Violet because, like, Xaden doesn't think he can control himself, so he's, like, completely blocked off Violet.
Yeah.
So they can't even mind speak, which, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean I think they're handling it well, though. They're not, like, crumbling.
No. It's just, like, that sucks. So,
yeah,
to further the pining, the longing thing that you were mentioning.
I think that'll pay off, though. I really do.
Yeah. So, anyways, now Violet has her own squad of people that she has to go to try to find the Irids with. And she doesn't like any of them. Understandably so.
But once that first mission happens and they die, they're kind of like, alright... Because now, like, it failed. Like...
Yeah, but, like, this is what This just, like, goes to show, I don't know. Like, I didn't know how I felt about this. It was essentially, like, you know, they're out in the middle of nowhere, and Violet is, like, with Aura, and then all of a sudden, like, the person who's, like, in charge of them, some colonel, or whatever, which was the guy who fed her that serum or cut her off from...
Yes.
From RSC last book. And so, like, she didn't really like him because of that, and now all of a sudden... Apparently it's him who comes out of the house and fucking Aura just sets his ass on fire because she's a fire wielder.
Yeah, everyone's fucking dying. It's fine. But I think that proves the point of almost like Violet said. If you gave me people who were trained, who had experience in this, and also people who trusted me and like my crew, like this would never happen.
Yeah.
So I think it was almost just a point to almost like a very concrete example of like why Violet was right.
Yeah. Wait, when does Aura die again?
That right then. She dies in that whole kerfuffle as well.
Wait, but who kills her?
I think she also just dies in the fire. Or like a Wyvern grabs her. I think the Wyvern grabs her. Because the big fire attracts all of the...
Oh, yeah. And so they only had a certain time to get out,
yeah,
right?
it's like a whole shit show. Because it's, again, people that, like, she didn't want with her, Violet. So she's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
And now, what's going to be relevant going into this next part of the book before we end today...
Yeah.
After this whole shit show happens, we get introduced to a new character, our boy Halden, who's the prince of...
Is it Halden or Halden?
Halden? I don't care. We can say either one.
Fuck that guy.
Yes. So...
He's like the guy you hate, but like he's such a loser, so it's like funny.
Yes, correct. So, you find out within like 2 seconds of him walking in, you're like, that's Violet's ex-boyfriend. Like, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, you know. Like, the way she's talking about it in her mind, you're like, oh, God.
That, and it clicks also because she has this past with Eric.
Yeah. And just the way she's talking about him, basically, long story short, they were, like, dating. She, like, not loved him. Oh, no, she did love him. They were dating, whatever. And
but she says it's, like, love of, like, what you would imagine for, like, that time.
Yeah,
period.
Right.
Like, and that point in her life.
She caught him, like, fucking a professor and was like...
Which was crazy that was what it was.
Ironic. Especially amid the whole, like, they can't fuck because Zayden's a professor now. So Zayden's super jealous, but why that's relevant...
I love to see.
Yes, same. Why that's relevant is because now Violet, to end this part, the first third of the book, is they let Violet pick her own squad.
Yeah.
But because they're now going to go to the Isles like she wants, they need to bring Halden.
Halden.
You want to say Halden? I'll say Halden.
Yeah, because yeah.
Okay, Halden?
Yeah.
They bring Halden with them because they need, like, a royal member, I guess, like, to, like, greet court.
Yeah, because most of these people on the Isles will not speak to anyone unless they're royal.
Right.
And I think also, too, he's, like, trying to build relations for Navarre itself.
Correct.
You know, so, like, they need, like, an actual, like, blood representative.
Right.
But...
Which I find that interesting because Zayden, we also learn, not only is he a professor, but he's now the Duke of Tyrrendor. But I guess it doesn't count, right?
It's like the Duke of Wellington.
I'm dead. But it doesn't count, I guess, right? Like, they need, like... Halden to, like, go and be, like, the representative.
Well, yeah, because it's, like, you know, in England, you have, like, the king and queen, right? But then you have...
Like, dukes and duchesses.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So having the big wig is better for them.
Yeah, so, like, that's great, that, you know, but you need, like, actual royal blood. Like, Zayden's not really royal.
Right.
I would say he's just, like, rich, you know?
Yeah.
He's, like, political rich.
Yes, correct. So, I guess for me, right, there was things going on in the beginning, but I almost feel like it offered us more questions, and now, like, you could tell this is where it's gonna, like, turn.
Okay, yeah, so, when we started reading, initially, the book, I was like, oh, I'm kind of like, okay, like, I wasn't really, like, digging it. I was like, okay, like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know? And that kind of upset me because loved books 1 and 2.
Agreed.
You know?
Yeah, this first 179 pages, I wouldn't say I loved it. It was, like, fine.
Slow.
Yeah, they were slow. But, like, you can... I highlighted this quote just because I'm obsessed. So, just to give you guys a little appetizer of where we're going for the next episode, and we're making you wait a whole week for it. LOL, but whatever. So, Violet picks her own squad, and just to, again, give you a little tease, Mira says this, which cracks me up. She says, you get one chance to form your own squad, and you choose your ex, your current lover, the Quadrant's resident smartass, 2 people who have tried to kill you in the past year, 1 over said current lover, and whatever Dane is. And I was like, amazing.
Yeah, Mira is good. I like Mira.
Mira's good. So yeah, because she picked Kat and Riddick and, like, all the people because honestly, she does trust Kat, unfortunately. Like, and they're fine-ish now.
Well, yeah.
They're fine.
I don't think we've seen Kat.
No, not yet. Yeah. That's the next part.
Okay.
So yeah, so again, even though it seems in that sense a little unconventional, it is people that she trusts, and she's like, all right, this is now it's going to be successful. Like, now we're really going to get to work. Like,
well, and like I said, I think it's because, like, it's her squad.
Right.
You know, like, she's been training with these people besides the Flyers.
And there's a reason, right? Like, Halden is the Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Kat has all these different powers. Like, she's a flyer.
Mm-hmm.
Dane speaks all these different languages that none of them can speak because he has training.
Yeah.
Like,
which,
you know?
Which is crazy because also, we didn't mention this at all. Violet gets all her dad's old journals.
We did forget to mention that, yes.
And that's how she knows that she's right in her feeling that she needs to go to the Isles.
Right. Which I think was just, as you just mentioned, it almost just reassured her. She already kind of had that vibe.
Yeah, so what I think is interesting, the whole thing with her dad is very interesting. So we learned his name is Asher. So now we're getting a little more information on him.
Thank God.
I think it's interesting how Rebecca Yarros puts, like, frames, like, the information that, like, Violet's remembering from her dad, like, as flashbacks.
Yes.
So, like, her and Dane sitting with her dad, like, in his office.
Mm-hmm.
And the dad's pacing and he's, like, questioning Dane on, you know, this and Violet on this. And, you know, the whole elaborate, like, you have to unlock the journal. And it's like, he's leaving them only for Violet.
Yeah, and Mira's upset about that.
Yeah, she's a little butthurt. But Violet was supposed to go to the scribe quadrant. Like, that was... Violet was her dad's protege, essentially.
Correct.
And Mira was her mom's.
Yeah.
Point blank period.
Correct.
Which I wonder if that's gonna, like...
be a thing. Agreed. I agree.
You know?
Mm-hmm. I do agree wholeheartedly with that.
Yeah. But anyways, so the whole drama with, like, her dad and, like, you know, having Dane, like, you know, go into his dad's, like, new quarters to get the journal for her and all this stuff is interesting. And I think that's the part I'm most excited about is, like, learning about, like, her dad and, like, what's in the journal.
Right. And I also think that was a way... It was like a creative way that, yes, obviously Dane's dad is now the new general and stuff, but I think it really is showing, like, Dane's loyalty. Like, he really, like, knows he fucked up the first book.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with Dane. Dane's
cool.
fine.
Yeah, he's okay. He's redeemed himself.
Yeah, so I think, honestly, this whole crew she has, especially even Kat, for someone who caused me such immense amounts of anger, and Dane as well, I actually like her whole squad, besides for Halden.
But, like, I feel like Halden adds,
he's also comedic.
Yes, comedic, relief.
Yeah, he's not even, like, I don't hate him. I'm like, you're just an idiot.
Yeah, he's just stupid.
Which we'll talk more about next episode for sure, because he has some scenes.
Yeah, he does.
So I like where this is going. I think this part, again, there were still things we had to discuss this episode, and, like, alright, where are we going? It kind of is, like, setting the scene.
Yeah.
But I will say, as far as, like, this first third, it did read slow.
Yeah. Once they leave,
yes,
I enjoyed, like, our part 2 so much better.
And you could tell, like, that's where things take off.
Yeah.
So, that's it. That's gonna be our next episode. So we're gonna talk about that. Different vibe. I feel like this book goes through different vibes. So we'll talk about that next. Excited. Wow, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
Well, we hope you guys are enjoying Onyx Storm as much as we are. If you've read it, hope you like it.
And hope you're debriefing with us.
Yeah, so excited. Oh my god, I can't wait to talk about this next part.
Yeah, me too. All right.
All right, bye.
I've had enough. We'll see you guys next week for part 2.
Bye.
Bye.